everyone. Right, so got to this. The motor works actually. When I was going to do a video of stripping down the motor, but when I put it in a thing and just tested it before I stripped it down, it actually worked. So yeah, I'm leaving it as it is for the moment. But yeah, you may think I'm a bit nitty-picky in this video, but you see this board here for the Arduino. I've got two strips for the Arduino, which we need to solder onto this. So that's for them. I'm just going to leave them black because it just plugs in here basically. So I've no need to worry about. The thing is, my eyesight is really crap. I've got bad eyesight, especially for things close up. I need glasses and sort of like I have to keep swapping them and what have you. So I'm always making mistakes when I'm plugging things into these pins and everything. And these boards, they come with all the same colour because it's cheaper for them to make them that way. But what I want to do is I want to swap these out for coloured pins. So, you know, I can see the colours easier than I can actually read the actual letters and numbers on the thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this off here and swap these out. And now you may think, oh, it's a pain in the ass swapping all them out, isn't it? Well, it could be if you actually were going to unsolder them all, but I don't actually unsolder them. What I do is I just swap out the actual plastic bit. I leave the pins where they are. It's a lot easier than unsoldering and resoldering new pins in. And so I thought I'd do a video showing you what I actually do. So yeah, let's get this board off here again. It seemed to go on easy last time with the things underneath, so I don't see any I don't foresee any trouble later when I come to put it back on again. Actually, it did spring up a bit. Yeah, I think I actually forgot to actually trim the pins down, didn't I? Like I said, that's what I was going to do, wasn't it? Trim the underside. That's why it's just sprung up from this side here, because it was pushing down. There's probably marks underneath. We'll take a look, see. But anyways, I've got that in shot. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, so let's have a look. Right, let's just move them down there before we lose them. I can't see any. Oh yes, I can see some imprints into the bit of wood. So yeah, we've had some. I must remember to trim them down. In fact, what I'll do is I'll trim them 3 down now. Right, well, I've got this pair, but this is my good pair. What I need to, I should have some stronger ones. Just give me a minute to find them. Yeah, I also have a stronger pair. So these I've sharpened these ones up. Yeah, this is what I use for the big thick stuff. So I'll just trim them down. There we go. Yeah, I think if I'd tried my other cheapo stuff, I think if I've used these, I would have had they'd be no longer sharp. So yeah, I've just trimmed them ones down, and that sits down there flatter now. So let's just check, see one of these pads are bigger. Do I have to lift it up? Yeah, I do. Yeah, I think it's right now. Yeah, I think them 3, I forgot all about them. I could trim all these others down. But anyway, I'm going to leave them as they are for the moment, because I'm going to show you what I do to actually remove the things. So let's get rid of me little robot. So I use my hot plate. Oh yeah, and the other thing is I'm wondering whether to go Bluetooth to communicate, or I've also got some of these little things. These are Wi-Fi, and I've done an application, so I could use the Wi-Fi or I could use the Bluetooth. I don't know. I haven't decided which way I'm going to go with that yet. So, for our first attempt at communicate, I'm just going to stick the USB in. So that's going to go one side. And these are USB. Believe it or not, I've just bought these USB-C, but they still have the old bootloader on. I don't know. You'd think they'd have picked up the new bootloader by now. Yeah. So what I do, right? So plastic melts about 220. Well, was it PLA? PLA melts about 220. So what I usually do is I put it on my hot plate here, and I will stick this up to 150. So another tip for, you know, if you're repairing old plastic things, you know, things that are clipped together with plastic, and it's really brittle, and you really want to take care. Just warm them up a little bit. Give them about 100 degrees. You know, it's not going to melt the plastic, but it will soften it so you can undo the clips. Anyways, that was just a side note. So let's start this off at one. Oh, hang on, I'm looking at it wrong. I'm looking at this. Start at 140. Yeah, so I've run out of the red ones. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the 5 volts at blue, 3 volts at green. These will be a sort of data, and then I'll use some black for the ground and everything, and I'll use some of the yellow for the data. Well, the yellow and white. The yellow is going to be the data pins, but where I've got like serial, what I'm going to do is like this the SCL and the SDA, the RX and the TX, and the same with these ones here, because these 2 pins are the same, and them 2 pins are the same. But what I'll use is like a white and yellow. So I use this sort of ribbon cable typically, which is yellow, orange, red and brown. And so I usually use the yellow one as my clock and orange as my data, and then we've got the red for power and brown for ground. So because the ribbons come in this order, what this is servo cable, four wire servo cable instead of 3 wire. 3 wire comes brown, red and orange, and then you get the 4 wire servo cable, which is nice and soft. It's like it's not silicon, but it's a soft a nice soft pliable plastic, whatever they make it out of, I don't know. Anyways, so that's my intentions. So yeah, so what I do is I usually knock it up this to 150, and what this does, it softens the plastic. It makes it easier to get them off. Just watch you don't burn yourself though. So we can hold this down here, and what should happen is, well, actually I'll just turn that off now because I don't want to burn myself. But what it does, it softens it heats the pins up and softens the plastic around the pins, and all you have to do is just prise them up like so, and they just lift up easy. go flying, is it? No, it isn't. Yes, it is. Oh, yep, gone flying. I caught it with my knees. Yeah, so yeah, what I do is I just lift them off. Now that that's warmed up a bit, and the plastic is soft. It's quite easy just to prise them up. Actually, maybe I should have zoomed in a bit on there. Let me just see if I can zoom in a bit so you can see better. Move that back a bit. Yeah. So, without my hand in the way. So, yeah, with it warm. Oh, right, hang about. Yeah, you can prise underneath. Well, I can't see that way. I need to come near the edge here, get some leverage. I can't move that back. Can you still see that? Just at the bottom there. It just goes underneath there, and you can just prise them up. Once you get them near the top, just grab them. Grab them like that. Can we get that there? Oh, that one went flying. Grabbed it in the wrong place. Just because I've got my wrong glasses. Right. Yeah, you might think I'm being a prat doing this as well, but like I say, I'd rather just take the time just to change these out so I can see what I'm actually plugging into. I've plugged things into these the wrong way around, and you plug it the wrong way around, and that's it. Whatever you've plugged into is knackered, or I fried the chip, I fried the microcontroller. I'd rather have coloured strips in here, so basically I'm not going to get it wrong. I've done it in the past, basically. I mean, you only do it once, so you know, and I use the board many times, but you know, they advertise them with the coloured strips, but they don't come with colour strips. You know, you think you're clicking on one, oh, that one does colours, but oh no, it doesn't. It's all come with all the yellow ones on. It's a fairly long one, this one, double one. You see what I'm doing? I've just got slightly out of shot, aren't I? But like I say, there we go. Yeah. Bench. But like I say, it means I don't have to unsolder it all. You just lift all the plastic bits off. The pins stay as they are. They've been soldered in the right place because they've been used on these things. So in theory, new coloured pieces should be able to just go back on top and replace them. So yeah, maybe I should have put the camera at a different angle. Yeah, so there we go. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to move that further forward. I'm going to put my hot plate out there. So what I'm going to do is with my hot plate, I'm just going to lay these lay them bits of plastic on there, so they just get warmed up slightly. maybe just do it, warm up to about 100, just so they're nice and soft. And then we can start replacing these on here. So I do need some yellow ones. So what I need, the yellow ones are going to be just single ones. So I think they'll be about, well, so that's the two for the TX and RX. Need another one for the I2C. Yes, so going to go on there. It's going to go there. And I want one for my clock. It's got a bit of extra. To go on. Yeah, so push them down. Right, and then all them back ones want to be yellow as well, so what I can do is I can use these two ones. So what I'll do is I'll put two, you know, I'll just cut these in half in that direction. So what on? 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, cut them all up. There we go. Oh, camera's over there. Right, yeah, so the other ones, that's these ones. I've got that in shot. Yeah, so shove them down. So there are my data ones. I've got a white one there. A white one for that end, a white one for there, a white one there. So that's 3. So what I can do, these are slightly warm. I can just pull these pins out. Like so. Sure they're not too long. That's that one. Let's clean the end. That one. Clean the end. And that one. Clean the end for the next time. Right, so yeah, so this one be a white one. Yep, it may be, I may be a bit picky about this, but it saves on errors later on. Well, it reduces errors. You know, we all make errors, but this reduces the chance of errors. Right, that just needs to tuck down there. There we go. That just spread that a bit, so I'll just get my pliers. It was made that too thick, that other one. Let's just get my knife down there so we can just reduce that, and then that should just go down now without bending. Yeah, that can be straightened with a pair of pliers, since I bent it. There we go. That was easy. Yeah, so it makes them different. And then we've got the 5 volts and the ground. Like I say, I'm going to use the blue for the 5 volts. So what I'll do is I'll finish these 2 off here. So where are we? Yeah, get 2 blue ones. Oh, and by the way, you might think I'm wasting these, but what these do is I solder these onto the end of wires for my solder spreadboard. They're perfect for solder the spreadboard end of the wires. Yeah, that looks alright. So we've got blue. Just need to trim that down, otherwise it won't fit in. There we go. Trim that down again. So these can go in there. That way I know that these are the 5 volts. I think that white's a bit too there. Is it going to go in there? It's going to. Yeah, it's alright. That one's gone in alright. And the ground, 2 black ones for that. So there's my pulley and pliers. Yeah, so pull that out. Pull that out. Like I say. And then we got that one. Let's make sure that's trimmed to fit in the gap. for later. So yes, and then we've got 2 grounds here. There, so they're all colour coded now. They're colour coded the same, but I do know that this one is the UART and this one's the I2C, but we've still got the thing, and then we've got a 3-volt one there, and I said I was going to use the green for 3 volts. So I need one with 3 on. Yeah, where's my pulling pliers? So pull 3 pins out of there. And we'll cut the 3 off. All 3 can come off together. Just trim that. Keeps it the right length. I don't need another green. This is the only 3-volt one, so this goes on here like so, and we just push that down like so, and then we'll have 3 black ones. So where's my the pullers? We pull 3 out of there. And then we cut them 3 off. Trim this to length. Might as well forget. And then that's ground again, so that will go on there. We can just slide that on. Like I say, it's a lot easier than soldering. These black ones seem a bit tight. There we go. Right, so that's them done. Right, so we've got... Let's get all the ground in, because we can get rid of all the black ones. They need to go with that. Right. So we've got length of 4 there. Oh, actually, they want the voltage in first. Put that ground in at back there, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. Got one of these with 8. No, that's 7. That's 8. Pull all those out. Right, so that one can go at the back there. Oh, we did. Like I say, I use my tweezers for everything. These are really good, strong stainless steel, and really strong Rolson. The SD17, best, got the perfect curve. But basically, we want to do these bit by bit. We could warm it up again, but it'd make it a lot easier. I think if you just go down gradually. It is quite a long one. I think these black plastic pieces are a bit tougher plastic than the other ones. I think the other plastics are softer. Yeah, so yeah, that's got that black one on, and then we can go for our voltage, which I'm my 5 volts, which is I'm going for the blue. So yeah, I want 7, so to there. Just there's like an extra bit that gets left on. Keep putting them on top of my other pliers. Let's just remove all these pins. Yeah, this plastic seems a lot softer than the black, but like I say, I get all them small black ones with all my components. I've got tons of them. Weird bits of black ones, but anyways, yeah, that one is the voltage, so that goes on there. This one should go on a lot easier then, he says. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, that looks good, does that? So yeah, that's got the blue for the 5 volts. Like I say, I'm not really bothered about the blue one, but I know that the black one is easy to see. It's got good contrast between black and yellow, and so I know yellow is going to be my data one. Now this one should go on there, but we took off at the back, so this one should go on the front. There's the data one. So that one goes back in there. There we go. It's a lot harder to get that wrong now. I don't have to try and get my right glasses to actually see the signal, voltage and ground. It's pretty straightforward that I've got my signal is at the front and my ground's at the back there. And on this side it's the other way around. Well, it's the same sort of orientation, but anyways. So what we want is we've got lots of four. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 fours. So let's cut 4 fours. 1, 2, 3, 4. Should be alright, and then we trim that one. Do another 4. We trim that one. You wonder why this one gets trimmed. It's because if you look at your cutters, you've got your taper on this side and you've got your flat edge on this side, and it's this flat edge that I set 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, this the flat edge that I set at this side on this one. So when it cuts this one at the right point, whereas the tapered one, it sort of cuts away. So when you cut that off, it's cut that one straight across, but this one it leaves like a little extra because it's gone into this V. So you need to trim it off. If you don't trim it off, then if you're sort of putting another one on towards the end of it, it won't fit. Anyways. Oh. Yeah, and like I say, before anybody says, well, buy them with them already in, yeah, that's what I try to do. I try to buy them with the coloured ones on. And you know what the Chinese do? The Chinese use stock photos. And their stock photo might show it with all the different coloured things. So you order that one, and you find out that they aren't. This is what you get. This was ordered with all the different colours on, but I ended up with everything yellow. So you know, it's not that easy to get the ones with the colours. But like I say, someone that's blind as a bat like I am, colour is well, you've seen some of my other videos, haven't you? Like I say, I get the nail varnish out and mark stuff up with different colours. It's just so that I can actually identify them easily. Have I got this in picture? I don't know. I hope so. I think I need to be over there, don't I? Yeah, so yeah, get things ready. Like I say, and like I say, I'm just a hobbyist, retired, pensioner. You know, so as pensioners need something to do. We've retired ourselves. So yeah, so time's not really an issue with me, basically. It's all in the fun of doing. You have to keep yourself occupied somehow. And this is how I keep myself occupied. Right, I need them together. Yeah, so that's number 4. So yeah, so it's time for the 4 in a row, and we've got the VCC there. Have I got that on the right starting one? I think so. Right. Some that must be bent there somewhere. There we go, it's gone on. Right, and then there's that one. Oh, and yeah, and there's a right and a wrong way up for these as well. You'll see that there is a recess on one side. That recess on this side is for if you look at these pins, you'll see that the solder's come through and pooled a little bit. That's why that recess is there, so the solder has somewhere to go. Yeah, so let's have them the right way up, and we'll just stick all them on. It's gone down, 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 and down. Yeah, so there. I just want some black ones now. Just wondering where to get the other black, because this is tough plastic. Ah, no, I need to use them up. So we need 4 again. Oh, yeah. Say that. Yeah, use them up. Yeah. Like I say, this plastic's different to this coloured plastic. What do I want? 3 more. Oh, there's a short piece. Let's use the short ones up first. 1, 2, 3, 4. Who's that knocking at the door? There we go. Oh, this leaves a 3, does that? Oh, let's just clean that 3 up. I need 2 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Clean that up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, clean that up. Anyway, there we are. Don't know how well that comes out on camera, that when I clean them up, but yeah. Not to worry. Bench is wobbling and my tea's on my bench. Let me move that. Alright, there we go. Pull that out. Yeah, so got them four. These will be a bit tougher to put on, but at least they're at the front this time. Like I say, I think I've got a bent one there. There we go. I must have twisted it when I was pulling the other bit off. How is that? Probably a bit of my DNA. There we go. And that one. Yep. See how well they go on. Well, yeah, not too bad. Oof. He says, speaks too soon. Oh yeah. Oh, that one's gone. Right, get back to this one. No, what's stopping that? Something down there. Give it a bit of a help. There we go. Right, so they're all down and on, but like I say, now that they're all coloured, it means, well, in theory, I have less chance of making a mistake, he says. So, but yes, all these pins here, they're not wasted. Basically, for when I'm doing my solderless breadboard, it's what I use to stick on the end of these wires. If you can see there, I soldered them on the end of the wires, and they're a perfect fit in the breadboard, because obviously the breadboard's designed for these pins. So pretty obvious, really. Right, I need to solder the Arduino pins in. Let me set that up. Here we go. Right, I suppose I could stick these in here and then put this on top, but I have my nice little, what do you call it, so let's use that instead. So yeah, there's that one. Yeah, so there's that one there. There's a light shining there a bit. Let's just give that a bit of a tilt. Yeah, that's not too bad. And what have I got on the end of here? Oh, it's a big chunky one. Oh no, it's not my big chunky one, it's my midway. Right, I'll use this one, I think, yes. So let's boot that up, and I think we'll have 300. And where's my solder? So let's, yeah, we're at 300. Let's start with that pin one. Get a bit of heat into the board. Yes, got that. And let's go. Can't see that there. Let's go with that there. Yeah, so some heat in there. Go all the way through. It's a bit offset, is that? Right, I'm just going to push that across. Yeah, don't know what that is. Yeah, that'll do. That looks okay. It looks straight, it lifts out, okay. So, let's just run down them all. Now just check I've got that in shot. No, back there. That should be right back there. Oh, hang on, I can zoom in on this, can't I? Yeah, let's do that. Oh, I'm zoomed in. Oh, right, okay, Doc. Oh, right, yeah. I wonder if I should have zoomed out on the out. No, I don't know. Maybe not. Anyways. So, yeah, I mean these pins, they're not copper or not brass or anything like that. They're steel, so it's tinned steel. But so really, you need a bit of heat on the actual pin. So if you get your solder on the pin first and get it to heat up, then add your solder. Your solder's got flux in, so then you add your solder, which gives a bit of flux, and it makes it all run. Oh, got too much there. Right. Where's... oh. Hang on, let me just get my... yeah, tin of... just clean excess off. Better. Right. Yeah. Get some heat in. And some flux. Heat in. And some flux. There we go. Flux and solder. Right, so get some heat in. Flux and solder. Cool. Then it all just runs then. Heat. Flux and solder. To heat. Flux and solder. And just keep repeating. Get a bit of excess there. Anyway, it's each one to their own, I suppose. There we go, that's done that. That all went fairly well, didn't it? Right. So, yeah, I don't need the soldering iron. And what we can do, get rid of solder, get rid of my blob. The blob. Yeah, we call it the blob, I think that. Right, and so the that should just pop into there, like so. This outside is the USB side. So that fits in that side, alright. Line it up so it goes in that side. And voila. Oh, voila. That's in there. So we've got to think, right, what I might do is program that. What I might put on there is, let's just, can you see my other, where are we? Here we go. 1 times. Oh, you can just see me Arduino here, my bench one that I have on there. This is permanent, is this one, but this is my bench one when I'm doing things. I've got some test software for my motor driver. So I think what we'll do to start with is just put the firmware I've got on here onto here. Let me set that up. Alright, so I've got the Arduino IDE and I've got my C cable, but I don't know which one it is actually. So I unplug it and we have a look at my tools, and we've got 15. Oh, I think there was a 17 here before, so let me just plug it in and see if a 17 pops up. So if we plug that back in there, plug that back in and take another look. What COM ports we have. Yeah, there's a 17 there, so that's just appeared when I plugged it in, so that's the one. And we need it to be, it's a Nano, we're on Nano, and like I say, it uses the old, right, we've got the new USB plug, but we've got the old bootloader. So just make sure it's on the old bootloader. And this is just a little program that I use to communicate with my motor driver. So what we can do is, once I've got this uploaded, we can send commands to this. Let's get it started. We can send commands to this, which will then excuse me, which will then send commands to the motor driver. We need to make a cable. So let's just see if this uploads okay. Well, yeah, that seems to have done that. Right, so we can close that. So in theory, this has got the program I want on it now. So I'll just unplug that for now. I'll just remember 17. Right, yeah, I don't need that. What we need to do is put this back on my robot. And we also need to make a cable. Right, let's just zoom, bring the robot down. So we've got my robot, and this is going to go on here. So, and what I've got underneath here is I've got my motor driver. So what I need is a cable from here that goes in this socket and goes to these 4 pins. Can I zoom in? Yeah. So it goes to these 4 pins. They want the I2C pins, the 4 in the middle. So we need to make a cable that goes from there to there as well. So let's get this on. we might as well zoom out and you see everything. And I don't have to stretch all the way over there then. I can do it over here. So I'm just going to get... Alright, yeah. So we'll start with one. Get that on there. That needs one of these on. I mean, it goes there. Oops, I think I've just flicked one out miles away. So that goes over there, and that goes over there. And then we need that to start in the hole, hopefully. Yep, I think that's got the hole. So we need, let's do this one. I think that's over the hole. Grab this screw. Have I got that right? Oh. Keep moving it. Get that over the hole. Yeah, there we go. See that, can't you? Yeah, because if I keep it over here a bit, my camera's sort of pointing towards me a bit, so you can get a bit of a... see a little bit more. Right, so that wants to go underneath there, like that. That goes on there. And that needs to go in that hole. So, can I find it? Yep, that's got that one. So there's another spacer. That spacer will go to lift it up now because I've cut them legs. There we go. And oops, that was nearly on the floor. Right, so that goes in there, and that should hopefully find that hole. Yeah, it has. So I'm very demanding shot. Is that better? I don't know which is better for you. Like that. There we go. There we go. So now I've got my Arduino on there. I've got my colour-coded pins. In theory I shouldn't mess that up. So now we need to make a lead that goes from here down to here. So to do that I have... let me just get them out. Right, yeah, for the cable, what we've got the DuPont pins there, so for them I've got these, and I've got one of them, so that's going to go on to that end, like that. So with these, for the other one I've got some sockets. I've got a plug that fits in there, and I've got these crimps to go for that. And for the cable, I've got this. I quite like, and I like this stuff. This is it. I think it actually is silicon. This. So what we're going to do is we're going to, if I take the red one first, and what we'll do is we'll get a length that we need. So basically, what I'm going to do is come from there, come round, and down to there. So I reckon about that much. So let's just see what length that is. Oh, look at that, it's close to 100. Let's make it 100. Right, okay though. So 100 is what we're going to make it. So let's just stick that back in there. Yep. Come back. Let's get the black. And let's get piece 100 from that. There we go. Got that. There, like that. So that's our black. And then, like I say, I like to use a yellow, so I'll use the yellow one. Let's get a piece. I haven't used this yet. So I'll get a piece of yellow, 100. And get that back in there. I'm going to go in that one. There we go. What should I use for the other one? Green or blue? I'll use the green because it might be confusing with the blue one on there, so I'm going to use the green one. Okie doke. What I really want is some with orange and white in this type of wire. I don't know what. Oh, we can get an orange. Oh, yeah, you can get a white. So yeah, I might have to look for some in that colour as well. Oh, there we go, 100. I've only got the one box, and the box only comes with like 1, 2, 3, 5, and yet I think there's 10 different. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, there's 10 different. So there's that set, and that set. Oh well, maybe that. I don't know. Anyways, let's get a green one. So I've got my green one. Right. It's coming up to dinner time now. I think I might just take a break. Right, so there's the green one going there, so I can get rid of that. So I've got my red, my green, my yellow, and my black. Right, and then what we need to do is put 4 of these on one end, and these are the 4 at the other end. So do that shortly. Okay, let's just move this out of the way for a moment. Oh, where's that screw come from? And what we'll do is we'll start with this end, I think, first. So put what it's going to go on is that. Should I zoom in for this? Perhaps. Yeah, there we go. So, right, my hand needs to be at least here. Right, so let's just chop all these off. Didn't get that. Just grab that. Right, so I've got my 4 things. I reckon I need them about so long. Yeah, right. Thing is, when you strip them like this, it tends to stretch this a bit, so you pull it back. So that long. Oh, that one didn't too bad. Some say you shouldn't fold these, some say you should. Some say you shouldn't twist them, some say you should. I don't care. It gets crushed, it gets crushed. So tell you what, I don't forgot. Oh, mind you, I've got a plug already wired up, so no, the order that they go in. So yeah, don't fancy wire strippers for me. One tool does all. Right, so I have sort of doubled up on the thickness of the. See that? So what I'm going to need is my new crimp. A new crimp with me new teethy things in there. Because it wants to be a small one. Let's move that out of the way. So yeah, see if we can get one of these in there. A little one. What I want is just nope. One more click, I think. Like that. Tiny things. Let's get some tiny thing to hold it with. So what I want, that in there. In there, so that just is in. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that? So I've just got it flush with this side. That should make that side clear. He says, hopefully. Get it in focus. Yeah. Get it in focus. It should be just clear that side. See if we can stick the cable in. And cable in so that the end is sort of flush with this end, and we've got the sheath that's going to get gripped by that piece. And just give it a and see if it works. Well, I think that's done it. Let me just alter my glasses so I can see we're in focus. I think that's done a nice job there. Yeah, that's done okay, hasn't it? Yeah, so let's see if we can do the same with the other three. So what I had it, I forgot where it was clicked to. I think we clicked to about there, I think. Let's try that again. See if I can work my magic again. And I just want that to just poke in there. That's it, like that. Don't know if you saw how that went. Let's get another one. Poke that in there. Poke that in there like that. Just to go through so that it's flush on the other side. Just wants to go line up a touch. I think I'm there. There's only one way to find out. Crush. And let's have a look. Oh, yeah, just got that on there. Just grabbed it. So, close. Oh, I might have been a bit tight there. There, I think. Goes in there. Really tight. Really, well, small is this, it's tiny. Oh. Get it to stay lined up is the other thing as well. What you need to make sure is that the base is on this little tiny bit. I mean, it's mini. Well, let me get my ruler. You see how small it is. Can you see how small it is? So, right, let's try the green one. Try to make that a bit smaller. Go. Get that in there. So push it in the top bit away from the thing. But it's the other side that counts. It's the wire's got to come to the actual end there. Make sure we've got some of the sheath inside. Fingers crossed. See if I made that one. Oh yeah, that one came out alright as well. Wow, that's 3 out of 3. Let's see. So I want to be about there. Yeah, tweezers is the best way to do this. And we want to grab the back piece. Oh, where's that go? Grab the back piece. Yeah. Oh, dear. Getting 3 in a row is alright, but getting 4 in a row. Right, let's try again. Get that in there. Get my finger on the other side. Stops it falling through until we get that sat. It isn't until you actually get that that little bit of get that little thing poked inside. Oh, I've just lifted it out. There. Right. Which one is it? The black one. Make sure that is nice and small if I can get it there. See if we can poke that in there. Twist. Have we got it all the way through? Alright, yeah, I can just see the metal. Here we go. Oh yes, another one bites the dust. So that was a bit tense. Right, so these have got to go into here. And I have, can we see that? I have one already wired up to my this Arduino, so we just need to copy this. So it's going to go that way up, and it's going to have the black on this side. It looks a bit odd, does it? But there's actually a spike on the back, and it's the spike that you want on this side. So that goes in that way up. And just get your tweezers behind it just to make sure it's seated. Yeah, that's seated. So yeah, so we're going like that. So then we want the red one. Goes in there. Oh yeah, that's already in that. That's seated, is that? That's good. Right, so the yellow, believe it or not, it's the yellow on the outside and it's the orange on the sort of inner, so I'm going to put the green one in next. Way up. There we go. Grab behind a bit of metal and give it a push. That's got that one in. And there's only one hole left, so that must go in there. Yeah, so there we go. That looks like a pro job, doesn't it? Yeah? Yeah. Amazing what you can do with the proper tool. Right, so what I need is to make sure all these are all the same length. So if I hold them all straight like that, keep them gripped, and get my cutters. Oh, I don't need a ruler anymore. Get my cutters and we'll just trim all them straight across there like that. There we go. So they're all the same length now. What we'll do is we'll just strip this end a bit. Pretty much the same as what we did on the other. But these are a lot easier because they're bigger. These are the DuPont. Try and get them all the same length. So twist them, bend over. This is good for what my nails are good for. Let them grow because they are actually a tool. Anyway, I don't understand people who bite the nail. There we go. Like that. To the red one. There we go. Yes, and some people say you shouldn't twist them because when you crimp them they go slack. But the thing is, this is my theory, talking out my arse again. So I've twisted them round, but what I do is if I just pinch them and bend that over, the first bit is going that way and then the other bit is going the other way. So they can't come undone, can they? Because they're fighting against each other. Anyway, that's bullshit, isn't it? Right, so yeah, I want 4 of these now. Let's cut 4 of these off. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4. That'll do that. Put that to one side. I use that quite often. That. Right. So, right. Which way? Right. So, not what I normally do. Right. If you look at one of these, don't know if you can see it, but this end has got an arrow, and I always put the ground in on the arrow. And so when I come to do these, I want to crimp them in this way up, so I'm not twisting them. So get our crimps back, and this time we're going on the second one in, because, and I think it's about there for these. So we do the same thing, except these are a little bit bigger. So we can get that in there. And I just make sure that they're lined up like that. You don't need to get that back seat sat on that. And then we put with the black. Go that way. Put that in there. So make sure that we come all the way through to the other side. And then crimp. And beautiful. Do the same with the other one. Now that goes there. Turn it round. And just make sure that we've got that lined up there like that. And we want it that way up. Red one goes in next like that. And we just make sure that we're all the way through. And crimp. Beautiful. Oh, I might have gone one click too many there. I think it's there. So I'll drop that in there. Get the tweezers to line it up. Actually, I think one click too little, I think, maybe. Or am I? I think, I don't know. So just go that way. Yeah, I think I want one more click. Right there. Yeah, that was it. Yeah. They want to be flush for this one. Just turn it a little bit so it's sat there, like that. And we'll stick the next wire in. So that way up. Stick that wire in. Maybe it shouldn't have been another click, I don't know. All right, yeah, I'm through. So, yeah. Oh yeah, that looks perfect as that. So, yeah, there I think. Just getting a knack of this, really. So, get them lined up right. There you go, right. Just need to line that up a touch. Don't know how machines do it, like, because it seems a bit of a pain lining them up to me, but machines must have, they probably do it still connected to the bit of ribbon that hold it in place. Right, that goes in there. That gone all the way through? Yes, it has. So crimp it there. Oh yes, that looks good. Hopefully I've got them all the right way up. And they're all going that way, so get rid of the crimps, and we have this, and they should go there. Is that the right way around? There we go, and then we've got the red, and then we've got the black. Right, so what I just tend to use is my tweezers, just get behind them and give them a good push. I actually feel them click. I put my hand over them like that and you can feel them click actually. Oh. There we go. Not sure about that red one. That's the black one. Yeah, that's the red one. Ah, green one. Oh, there we go. Yeah, you can see them down there. I don't think the red one's right though. See, that'll go in a bit further. Have I got that in the right way up? Take it out and just check, I think. Yeah, there's a... bend this, so that looks alright. Oops. Let's give it a good push. I'm sure it needs to go a little bit more. Oh, there it goes. There, it's clicked now. Yeah. Right, so there's my little lead. Bring back the thing. It doesn't matter which one of these it goes in, because these are made so it can actually sort of go end to end. So that goes in there, like so. That's gone in there. And then this one, so this one is the middle one. Yeah, the middle one here. So like I say, I've got the yellow at that end and the black at that end, so we can see that it goes that way around. I don't have to read the small print, I can just see the colours. Yep, so yeah, that's that. So what's next then? So the next is my batteries. So my next is batteries, like that. But I think what I'll do is I'll just run this off the... we can run this off my power supply and this off the USB to start with. So yeah, all I want to do is see if the actual wheels move. Let's turn on my power supply, and I've got the thing here. Right, I'm on 6 volts. Let's put it on to 8, shall we? Or 9. Yeah, 9 volt, like a 9 volt battery. So that's in there. And then what I want is this in here. So that should light that up, and it should have lit that up. Yeah, so I've got some, can you see that? It's lit up inside there. If I turn on my power, we should have a light on down here. So I'm just going to turn the power on. Right, yep, there, we've got a light down there, so we've got power down there. So at the moment, I don't want it to run, so I want it to stand on something. So I don't want the wheels touching the floor, because I just want to see if it actually works first. So yeah, I just want to see if the spin. So let me set that. Right, I need my serial monitor now, so let's just get my serial monitor. Oh, and I'll zoom out as well. So there, we can see it now. So I've got my USB in here, I've got my power here. So this is power for the motors, is this one, and this is power for the Arduino and the thing, and connected to my serial. Oh, let's get rid of that. Right, so let's bring up the serial monitor. Where's my serial monitor? Yeah, my serial. Oh, it'll do up there. And what did I forgot what it was now. Is it 17? Oh, 16. Oh, yeah, there's 17. So see if we can connect. Let's try next and see if we're actually talking to it. Oh yeah, we're talking to it. Yeah, we've got some feedback from it. So let's just go. So we'll send the G1 command. Go to, at the moment it's we're at -13 and 7. So let's go to position. Let's just say 400 for now, and our speed. Well, yeah, right. Let's try let's try 1000 RPM. See if it can actually do it. So at 1000 RPM, and send that, and see if that sends both these motors on. Fingers crossed. Here we go. Oh, right. I think that did it. I think. Let's have a look. Oh, right. So, oh, right. One. Let's might have to do. Ooh, let's try just upping the voltage. I'm going to put it up to 12. Yeah, 12 for these motors. We'll stick at 12. Right. So let's. So what did I last send? I haven't got feedback. So let's go with. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's just. I've got 12 volts in there. Half that 6. So let's just do it at normal speed at 500. So half the pulse width. So that should be giving it 6. That should be giving it 6 volts on each motor. Let's just try that. Right, we need some more voltage, so let's just up the speed. Let's give it 1000. Right, one's going. Oh, they're both going. There we go. We've got them both going now. Like I say, I think one of them's a bit dicky. I might get some more motors. I think what I'll do is I will get some of those geared motors and change this to geared motors with encoders on, because it's going way too fast for it to run. So if we look at our position, we can see, if we type X, we can see that we're at God knows what. So let's see if we can get it back to 0. So we'll do that. I've got one here at 0, haven't I? Yeah, go with that one there. And let's have the speed at 8,000, I think. 8,000 RPM. Let's see what that does. Right, so that's moved. They should be doing rotating at 8,000 RPM, and it should end up with both at 0 position. So let's just go with X here, and let's have a look to see where we are. So we're at. Oh, hang about! I've just lost the belt. Okay, so we need to sort that out, but it's still turning. Right, so what we're at now. Right, one's at 200,000 and one's at 400,000. So right, that one's stopped. So let's just have a look. It should be at 0 or int. Send. It's at -365, never mind. And this one's still going because it needs to go. Oh, there we go, it's stopped now. So if we just see that position there. Oh, right, so one's at -365 and one's at 142, -142. We can try sending this yeah, P0 again, see if we can get it a bit closer. Right, so yeah, right, oh there we go, we're at position 7 and 9 now. So yeah, so far so good. Right, I think yeah, what I'm going to do is, like I say, I'm going to swap out these two motors for something else. Well, I've ordered two other motors actually, the geared motors with the encoders on. So I will continue with this when I get the motors. Or hopefully I might have got the motors by the time I release this, and I'll be doing another video showing you how I modify it for my new motors. But I think if it goes slower and I get these lined up correctly, this timing belt will stay on there. Oh right, well this has been a long one, hasn't it? So an hour and 30 odd minutes. So I'm going to end it there, guys. Yeah, we've made a bit of progress. Hope you enjoyed that. We're getting there with the robot. Like I say, all I'm going to do to start with is get it to move around. I'm going to I think I might go with the Bluetooth for the time being, since I'm using the Arduino Nano. And I may swap this out actually for an ESP8266 eventually, once I get something actually doing something it should. So until the next one, catch you later guys.